Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. This is day 47, of our tip of the day. And today, hopefully, I am going to do like a very quick tip. I was actually watching a course by Carolyn Mace, and I'm still like at the beginning stages of the course. And it's something on medical intuition, learn how to be a medical intuitive. I don't know why I was drawn to that course. It's a pretty old course, I think maybe last year, published last year, but I subscribed to it, and I'm loving it. So one of the things, since I've been talking about this for the past 4 or 5 videos, if not all 47, that we are co-creating our personal reality. So she kind of, it resonated with me more so because I have only done the past 12 years, 13 years of just Eckhart's work, and recently done Dr. Joe Dispenza's work. So I'm steeped in more of the spiritual side of things. So I don't understand the very, when people start to talk about very, from the psychotherapy point of view, the inner child, right? So she kind of like resonated with me when she said the same thing. She said, I cannot understand why all these therapists use the word wounded child. I cannot understand that. That's what she said as well. Because what she says, and this is what really was mind-boggling, what she said is the wounded child needs a wound, right? The wounded child needs a wound because, and I'm paraphrasing here, the wounded child needs a wound so that it can live out the archetype of a wounded healer. So do we realize that we are actually living out the archetype, and especially everyone in this group and anyone that is going down the spiritual path, the initial archetype we are actually living out. Do you all know the importance of being a healer? You may not be healing other 50 people or 100 people, 1,000 people, but you are healing yourself. You're bringing healing within yourself going down this path. So that's what she said, and it resonated with me because I don't understand the inner child. When people start talking about inner child or wounded child, even I don't understand it because I come from a very spiritual understanding of how to heal. So she said the same thing. She said, do we realize the wounded child needs a needs that wound, and we have to thank the wounder, the person that's wounding us, for the wound, because that is and this is another thing that resonated with me. It's like, isn't that a more difficult task to inflict the wound than just be the victim and receive the wound? So how much more difficult and painful, and how much pain and suffering should that person be going through that they're inflicting the wound or taking on the task of wounding somebody so that we can live out that archetype of a wounded healer. So that's your grace, that you are going to be a wounded healer in all this, like as you go through embracing more and more of this present practice, more and more of somehow developing the strength to hold your presence, right? And healing all of these, whatever happened in the past has no power over the present moment, as Eckhart says. So the other thing she said during the video, and again, I'm paraphrasing just snippets of it, she said that wounded children then end up in the workplace, and she used some other term for workplace, end up in the workplace, and then they're looking at their employer. Oh, she used the word employer. They're looking at their employer to be the surrogate mother to have the to lull them, to love them. And so that's where the competition starts. That's where the backbiting and then the backstabbing starts, because you have jealousy for your coworker. When your coworker is becoming more successful than you, then you have jealousy for it, because both are wounded children. And I was like, oh my God, that was mind blowing, because that's exactly what happens in corporate America. Is we have wounded children. People are competing against each other instead of actually collaborating. There are very few environments where people are actually collaborating with each other. So with that, I wanted to say, have a spectacular day. Eternally grateful for all the love and support. Many blessings, much love. Take care. Thank you.